Hello guys, welcome to part 1 of 5G NR interview questions video series. So in this series, I will try to answer the common questions which are usually asked across the interviews. So without any further delay, let's start. So how many slots are there in one frame and one subframe? So always keep in mind that in NR, one frame is of duration 10 millisecond and one subframe is of duration 1 millisecond. So these two numbers are fixed. And from taking a reference of LTE for 15 kilohertz, one subframe contains one slot. So for LTE, actually, one subframe contains two slots, but for NR, for 15 kilohertz, one subframe contains one slot. So that means for NR, one subframe for 15 kilohertz, one subframe will have one slot, and one frame will have 10 slots. Okay, and for other subcarrier spacing, scaling the same values, we can calculate the number of slots in one frame and one subframe. For example, for 30 kilohertz, the number of slots will be double as of 15 kilohertz. So it will be 20 in one frame and 2 in one subframe. Okay. How many symbols are there in one slot? Always remember that in NR, it is fixed that one slot has 14 symbols for normal cyclic prefix and 12 for extended CP. Okay, so let's assume that the question is asked for normal CP, and if they have not mentioned that which type of CP is, you can ask the interviewer. Otherwise, you can just apply for normal CP. Then always remember that it is fixed in one slot, irrespective of subcarrier spacing. The number of symbols are 14. Okay, so in 5G NR, what are symbol duration and cyclic prefix length? Okay, so CP length for different subcarrier spacings can be calculated from this formula. So this has been taken up from spec 3GPP 38.211. Okay, but you don't have to memorize this. And basically the other constants or the other variables or other parameters in this formula can be calculated as this. Okay, you don't have to memorize this, you just have to understand this. So from those formulas, you can easily calculate the numbers for cyclic prefix for each subcarrier spacing. Okay, but one thing to notice here is that um, you can see that there are two types of cyclic prefix length, CP for long symbol and CP for other symbols. Okay, and usually they are occurring for two symbols. CP for long symbols is occurring for two symbols. Okay, or they have basically specified for two symbols. So in the interview, they will not going to ask you the exact numbers, but the reason for this. Okay, if you want to understand the reason, then the reason we can understand like this, that each numerology has two long symbols per 1 millisecond subframe. Okay, focus your attention on this, that has two long symbols per 1 millisecond subframe. Okay, so let's first understand the reason for this, then we will try to understand it pictorially. So these longer symbols are generated by increasing the duration of the normal cyclic prefix, but the reason is to ensure that each numerology has an integer number of symbols within each 0.5 millisecond time window. Okay, so I think this reason is similar to LTE, that to have integer number of symbols within each 0.5 millisecond time window, the first symbol has a longer cyclic prefix. Another reason is that while also ensuring that as many symbol boundaries as possible coincide. Okay, so we want the symbol boundaries to coincide to have least interference. So for example, every symbol boundary belonging to the 15 kilohertz subcarrier spacing coincides with every second symbol boundary belonging to 13 kilohertz subcarrier spacing. Okay, so let's understand this pictorially. So here we can see that the cyclic prefix which are marked with red are longer cyclic prefix, and in every duration of 0.5 millisecond they are occurring once. Okay, and this is to again ensure that integer number of symbols fall in 0.5 millisecond, and we can see that every second symbol in 30 kilohertz subcarrier spacing coincides with the symbol in 15 kilohertz subcarrier spacing. So this is to ensure least interference. So this is the reason of having longer cyclic prefix. Okay. So what are the supported frequency ranges in 5G NR? So we have FR1, FR2, and these are the ranges. These are the frequency ranges of both of them. What is millimeter wave spectrum? So technically, frequencies which are greater than 30 gigahertz fall in millimeter wave, but people call all FR2 frequencies as millimeter wave. What are the minimum and maximum bandwidth supported in 5G? The minimum supported in FR1 is 5 megahertz, in FR2 it is 50 megahertz. The maximum supported in FR1 is 100 megahertz, and in FR2 it is 400 megahertz. What are the different numerology and subcarrier spacing supported in 5G NR? So these are the different numerology and subcarrier spacing supported in 5G NR. So subcarrier spacing 15, 30, 60, 120 and 240 kilohertz, and similarly these are represented by a numerology number. So basically we can calculate from if we have given mu, the subcarrier spacing is 15 into 2 to the power mu. So for mu is equals to 1, 15 into 2, that will be 30 kilohertz. So what is the advantage of supporting different subcarrier spacing in 5G NR? It can support wide range of deployment scenarios. Cyclic prefix length reduces with cell size, so wider subcarrier spacing are more suitable for deployments with smaller cell size. Wider subcarrier spacing makes system robust to phase noise. So we know that we know that theoretically phase noise increases as we go higher on the frequencies. So phase noise may become a problem at millimeter wave frequencies. So the wider subcarrier spacing makes system robust to phase noise. So this can be useful. The wider subcarrier spacings are useful at higher carrier frequencies. Phase noise increase with LO frequency, decrease with SCS. So that's the same point that I mentioned. Wider subcarrier spacing also suitable to support low latency services, and narrow subcarrier spacing should be used in delay spread intensive environments. Yeah, so friends, that was all about the part one. So you can post your questions that you want answered in comment section. You can share this video with your friends, colleagues to increase knowledge about 5G. And please subscribe to the channel for more 5G NR lectures and interview questions. Thank you.